guys? Just wanted to make a commander guide for you guys as KvK2 is up and coming. Give you some advice, give you some tips, mostly for lower end to free to play guys. I get asked this a lot. What um, what pairings do I use? Most probably not the same, but let's go for it nonetheless. Okay. At lower end, you might still have Minamoto. If you have Minamoto at 5-5-1-1, he's good to go. You're ready to use him. It's excellent. The difference between when I have him expertised and just at 5-5-1-1 it's good, but it's not groundbreaking. I thought it would be. I expected more. That's the first commander I maxed out. Thought it would be something amazing. Wasn't all that. 5-1-1 is very decent. You could use him at that. I would pair him with Double C. Most people know this already. But if you look at Double C's active skill, he has the attack reduction at 40%, which is what you are looking for in any cavalry. Because cavalry is, in nature, just more spongy. Because most people do use infantry for open field, which is the weakness of cavs. So if you have 40% attack reduction, it's going to bring you far. Okay, so we have Minamoto, Double C, and we're at the Saladin MGE. I would say if you have the opportunity to grab this commander, I don't know at what stage I would use him. Probably 5-5-5-1. I would say that's where I would start using Saladin. He is an insanely good commander. He obviously excels at city plunder, or not plunder, city attack, but that's where he excels in. So in Ark of Osiris, for instance, he is extremely good. Extremely good. But for open field fighting, what I like about him is not necessarily here, it is more in his talents. If you look at his talents, you have the reduced skill damage, a little bit of healing effect. All in all, I like this. Reduced counter damage taken. You know, I'm liking the support tree for open field quite a lot. Then at the epic tier, you could go to, you have your options of Barbars and Pelagius. That's about it. I mean, you can run Belisarius, I guess, but he just doesn't have the sustainability or the attack that Pelagius and Barbars would have. If you are free to play, you most likely would not have the troop amounts that most whales have. So, in my opinion, the best way to utilize what you have is just to use the absolute best marches. I mean, if you ran, for instance, you have Pelagius and Baybars in the open field, but you want to run another Cav march. So you use Belisarius and what could you use? Osman. That pairing would be so much weaker than Pelagius Baybars that it would be so much weaker that you're going to have so much more in the hospital. The more you have in the hospital, the more healing it costs, the more it takes you out of the fight. So just refreshing this march each time when it gets to yellow would be so much more beneficial for you than trying to run a second Cav march, because all you're going to do is deplete your troops. So stick to, if you don't have a lot of troops, stick to 2 max. Don't do more than 2 troops. You can get excellent 2 pairs in the open field, which you do a lot of damage, because it's all about trades. If you're doing negative trades, you shouldn't be in the open field. You should maybe try and wait for later and just save your troops. Save your troops for rallies or whatever. Pelagius I'm liking because he has the additional damage factor, and on top of that he has the rage restoration and the healing. So it gives you a lot of sustainability in the open field. Baybars I like because in zone 4 there's a lot of open field fighting, and it's very clustered. So if you have the AoE, it's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to do a lot of work in there. Even though the one you're attacking might not be the trades might not be that good. You're going to do up to 5 targets. You're going to do 5 targets, damage to 5 extra targets as well. So I would say definitely worth bringing Babos to the open field. Um, I'm going over to infantry. I think the options in legendary commanders are so abundant that we're going to start with that. Most people do have Richard. Richard is good to go at 5511. I'm probably going to invest in Richard later when he gets to Guard King, or when he gets in the when he starts coming in the daily chests. I'll start investing in him. Um, Very good commanders to have as primary because he has the defense tree. Same with Martel, very good commander to have as primary. He has the defense tree, and you can pair these two together. It's a favorite. Extremely tanky March. This has the direct damage factor that absorbs damage, and where is the counter attack? Here is counter attack damage. So this is made to take a lot of hits. So the more, if 5 people hit him, he's gonna have 30% counter attack damage on all of them, which is excellent. He also has a very decent uh, defense and health bonus. Alex, of course, I personally think this is one of the best that you can have in KvK 2. If you have expertise Alex, he's going to do a lot of damage in the open field. Definitely a huge favorite. On top of that, you're going to boost, you're going to buff your allies as well, which is always welcomed. So just quickly coming to Khan. This commander is made for rallies. He's not made for open field. It's extremely spongy. Uh, I would suggest not running Genghis Khan open field. He does have a good direct damage factor. He does have the rage requirements reduction. He does have the damage boost, but if you look at it, it says when troops led by a commander consist only of cavalry and more than 70% of units remain, they deal 10% increased damage. So you can only effectively use this commander with 70% troops. If you look at the next skill, it says when troops led by the commander consist only of cavalry and fewer than 50% of units remain. So between 50 and 70, that's 20%. You're gonna you're gonna do absolutely no work. They deal 10% increased damage, which goes to 30, and gain extra 5 rage. So you want this commander. You want this commander above 70% and below 50%. You want them above 70, below 50, which would only make sense. Below 50 would only make sense when you're running rallies. That's the only way this makes sense. So when he's in there, he strikes the first time, you have that 30% that is extremely effective. 20% is going to mean nothing to you, but you can keep refilling the rallies all the time. So your main commander is below 50%, but in fact you are above that because you have full capacity in rallies. He's going to do a lot of work for you. But open field, this is a sponge. You have Sun Tzu in the epic tier, and you have Ulji Moondok in the epic tier. Ulji, what I really like about this commander is has this defense reduction, which is going to be great for any allies that you have. Um, when you attack the same target as he is, he's going to have 30% reduction, which counts for your allies as well. So you're just going to buff or debuff the enemy. I would probably run maybe Ulji primary and Sun Tzu secondary. Sun Tzu for the AoE once again. I just feel like the attack tree has a little bit more of sustainability in the open field. Sun Tzu obviously great for the AoE, and on top of that he gains 50 rage for each target he hits, up to 5 targets. So that's 250 extra rage. So you're just gonna put out buffs or debuffs on the enemy all the time. Guys, that's about it. If I was free to play, I would run Ulji, Sun Tzu, and I would run Pelagius, Baybars. I'd only run those two marches. Don't deplete your troops. Just stick to two marches. Get the positive trades out there, and let's get ready to smash KvK, guys. Hope this was helpful. Please like and subscribe, and I can put out more content for you guys. Tell me what you guys want to see, and we'll do it. For sure. Alright, guys. Cheers.